Hi, it's Andy here at Photech Video. A couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be in Taipei, Taiwan, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to test the low light capability in movie mode of my Sony ZV E10 APS-C mirrorless camera. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the 4K footage which I took at one of Taipei's world-famous street night markets. So, as I've already mentioned, I thought my visit to Taipei would be the perfect opportunity to be able to test the low light capability of my Sony ZV E10 APS mirrorless camera in movie mode. And I was lucky enough to be near the 101 area in Taipei and just a 10-minute walk away from the world-famous Tongchua Linjiang Street night market. To be honest, I was surprised to see how many people there were on a Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Back in the 60s, the Taiwan night markets catered for migrant workers, selling cheap food and mass-produced products such as shoes, garments, and toys, which at that time were made in Taiwan. As you'll see in the video, night markets are still extremely popular in Taiwan, and the locals flock to these markets to buy their favorite classic street foods. For this shoot, I had my Sony 16 to 50mm f3.5 to f5.6 kit lens attached to my Sony ZV E10 APS-C mirrorless camera. I set my resolution to 4K at 25 frames per second and my shutter speed to 1/50th of a second to obtain that natural motion blur. Remember, if you want that natural motion blur, set your shutter speed to double your frame rate. My frame rate was 25 frames per second, and therefore my shutter speed was 1/50th of a second. I set my aperture to f3.5 and kept the kit lens on its widest field of view, which is 16mm, as I wanted to capture as much light as possible. And on this occasion, I did something which I rarely do. I set my ISO value to automatic, so that I would always obtain the correct exposure, and like that I would be able to evaluate the footage to see if there was a lot of noise or artifacts. I must warn you that there is some flickering in the footage, as many of the stall holders were using different LED and fluorescent lights which played havoc with the frequency of my shutter speed. So let's take a look at the footage which I shot to see whether the Sony ZV E10 can hold up in low light conditions. Well, there you have it. To be quite honest, I was surprised by the quality of the image and the lack of noise and artifacts considering the low light conditions. So, after looking at the video footage taken at the Tongchua Linjiang night market and also the stills which I took on the same market visit and which you can see in the video linked up here above, I must say that I am pretty impressed by the image quality which the Sony ZV E10 and its kit lens offer in low light situations, especially considering its reasonably low price compared to other mirrorless cameras on the market. Well, I was certainly happy with the quality of the footage and the stills which I took in those low light conditions. Please leave your comments in the comments section below. I love reading your comments and I will always answer them. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel and ring on that notification bell to be notified every time a new video drops on my channel. Well, that's all for now. Until the next time, this is Andy at Photech Video signing off. Take care and be safe.